Yo, yo, yo. Hey, so AMC hasn't closed yet, but I think that I know what I'm going to say in my video later today. So far, we're up 5.5%. This is what I think is happening, okay? So, yesterday in the video, we covered how uh, we could potentially be in a spring phase of our accumulation. If you don't know what any of what I just said means, make sure you go check out the video from yesterday. It explains it in pretty good detail. But this is what I think is going on. I tweeted about this, but I just want to make a video right quick so that I can briefly explain it. All right, so I do still believe that we are in phase C of this larger accumulation that's been going on since July, right? Or you could see it as a reaccumulation, uh, since the beginning, since the move in June. Regardless, this is a break of the trading range that we have, this accumulative range, right? So what I tweeted out was that I think that what we may be in for is a localized spring, okay? So within this phase C, what looks like is occurring to me, let me see if I can see it on the hourly time frame. See here, you have this high volume, relatively high volume sell off, right? And I know that in the larger trading range, it's not the highest of volume, but overall, this is a relatively high volume in the shorter term, right? Like the higher volume has come on this sell off. That means that bears have strength. What I think is happening is this is actually within this spring phase that's occurring, potentially a localized sell climax, an automatic reaction, a sell test here. Let me see. Is this how I charted it earlier? Let me go to a smaller time frame. Sorry, 1 minute. Yeah. So basically, I think that this is what we're looking at. And if you're not familiar with the schematics, again, go watch the video from yesterday. It's called Springer Shame or something like that. AMC stock Springer Shame. So what could happen from here is right now bulls look optimistic. We are getting that green volume that we talked about yesterday, right? You want that supportive volume for this upward move. It's not as strong as this sell climax is though. This is what makes me think that, and I know Biden has been talking or whatever. What could be happening is we could maybe even break above this trading range here, get up here to like this $32 level, and then we could come down here. Now remember, we're on the 1 minute chart, so it's relatively short time frame. I'm only in December 3rd so far. We could come down, break this trading range, freak everyone out one last time. And then that could be our spring, like the spring within the spring. Think of it that way, okay? So just like we have this localized, right? This localized accumulation, like let me show you here. From here to here, oh snap. Let me take the sides off of this. From here to here, right? This is an accumulation built into a larger accumulation, I believe. We've had our spring phase, and now like we're in that spring phase, we're building up more accumulative detail in that spring phase. And that's why I think that you have this higher volume. It's indicative of a sell climax. I think you're going to have this localized spring. It needs to be a relatively low volume move. And I don't know how low it can go. Let's look at the key fibs. And remember, yesterday in the video, we said that the Fibonacci's were best drawn so far from way back here in February after the buy button was taken off, right? So let's measure here from the bottom to the top. Zoom in here. What do we see? 707 is 2518. That's what I think you're going to see. This is my conviction right now. And I think that this is the remix, dog. This is the remix to the mother of all bear traps, okay? So when I say that I think that we're in phase B, I think that we're in phase B of this localized accumulation within the larger accumulation, okay? So this is my conviction right now. Again, as always, I could be wrong, but this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing it as this is the beginning of another accumulation. I mean, just look at it. It just looks like another accumulation is happening right here. And so I think that you're going to get this big head fake. Bears are going to get very optimistic here, okay? And this is why. They're going to be looking at the VPVR and how low the volume within this range is all time for AMC. Let's go back and look at that big weekly chart. Remember, we looked at this yesterday. But make sure you go check that video out. That video is going to be important for context for this video, okay? they're going to be looking at this area of the VPVR like, oh man, look, there's no volume in this region. We can sink this thing all the way down to below $20. They're going to get really confident here. And I think that there's going to be some sort of catalyst. Something's going to happen that's going to, and I think there's going to be a catalyst to send this thing down. Right now, Biden is being optimistic in relation to the variant. Maybe some news comes out afterwards or something like that, referring to the variant, sends the stock down, and then bears get trapped here at this this key Fibonacci level. That's what I think is going on right now. I'm not trying to tell anybody to sell or buy. I could be completely wrong, and the thing could just continue to move up from here. That's totally possible, but that's what I see happening. It just makes sense. It makes sense for Composite Man to do that. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Make sure if you did, make sure you drop a like, drop a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. I'm sure that I'm going to get a little bit of hate on this video, but it's whatever. Discord and Twitter in the description down below as always. And until next time, take it easy, guys.